Welcome back to Out of Spec. I have a quick bits episode to make because I have with me the brand new, all new 2026 Subaru Solterra, which is actually a pretty decent car. We can't talk about how it drives yet because driving impressions are embargoed for almost 2 weeks after this is being filmed, but there are some things we can discuss. Both problems, but also good things. But honestly, elephant in the room, this thing does not have route planning. It doesn't tell you the state of charge on arrival, and it can't route plan, which is absolutely wild. We'll get into the software in a second, but join me as I discuss a few things about the Solterra that I don't like, that I think are unacceptable, but also things that I love. So first things first, I actually like the design. Scott's behind the camera. What do you think?
I like it. I think it is attractive. I said something silly earlier, and then I had a realization. I was like, oh, it kind of looks like the RAV4, but this is a Toyota Subaru combo.
Kind of a Toyota underneath.
You should have told me that.
They co-designed, co-developed the platform, actually really did so many things together. I don't know about 50-50, but like they were intertwined the entire process. However, Toyota does build it. Unlike the Subaru BRZ, which was actually, Toyota did some stuff, Subaru did some stuff. They were kind of like doing separate things.
And then Subaru built it?
Subaru built it.
Okay.
And that had a Subaru engine, Boxster engine. This thing though, the new Solterra, same underpinnings roughly as the new Toyota BZ. Lots of shared stuff with now the expanding lineup of Toyota CHR, which is the Toyota version of the Subaru Uncharted, and the Toyota BZ Woodland, which is the Subaru version of the Trail Seeker. Or Toyota version of the Subaru Trail Seeker. Yeah. Subaru's names are better. I like them a lot more than Toyota's letters and numbers, I guess. Yeah, nomenclature. But another good thing, NACS port. Really like this. I know that's actually contested a bit because some people are like, well, if I already have a charger, why would I already have a J7072 charger from my previous car, like why would I need that? Well, I think we're moving to this age of everyone's moving to NACS. So I do think in the next year, a couple of years, people who buy this car, even lease this car, will appreciate having NACS because they are starting to not fully remove CCS, but a lot of cables are being replaced and a lot of new charging infrastructure is NACS. And well, in this case, a Tesla supercharger open to the public, that means this can charge on Tesla superchargers without an adapter. It does come with the adapter. We'll show that in a second, but I do think the charge port is not perfectly optimized. Me and Dave recently did a video on the entire Subaru lineup talking about how the charge port opens this way. It's on the front passenger. To work perfectly with V6 superchargers, it has to be front passenger or driver rear. But with the way this charge port opens this way, it wasn't like up or off to the side. This is kind of being, I don't want to say cut, but this is in the way of the cable a little bit. And it's also behind the wheel, which means you have to stretch the cable all this way. So we're actually still technically taking 2 parking spots right here.
I know, we're right. We're just over the line.
We wouldn't really have that issue with this one over here. This one was taken, but this is like
ideal
one that we could have backed into and it would have interfaced and fit perfectly, which would have been cool. But yeah, here's the lines. And we're about as far as we can possibly be from the car. Now, jumping inside the back, I do want to point out something a little funny. Maybe later model years will have something better, but it comes with an EVSE, electric vehicle supply unit. Even though this car was improved to 48 amps, which is a really good thing, great improvement Subaru, it still includes a 32 amp charger with J7072, which is kind of funny to me. But they include an adapter. It is a Electron J7072, I hate saying that, to Tesla adapter. So that's convenient. So you need an adapter to use your own EVSE, which I think is a little bit funny.
Silly.
Otherwise, yeah, big fan of this car. I think it looks really good. This is the new black paint, currently slightly modified to be dusty.
Yes.
We took it off-road.
Soft-roading.
Which we'll talk about in a future video.
One day.
Can't say that yet. But yeah, design overall, I think the headlights up here look pretty good. They're an all new design. The front fascia is much different from the old one. You have the double stacked triple LEDs, looks great. Actual headlights down here. These fenders are black when they're a color. Like if this was blue, these would be black. But if it's white, gray, or black, then these are color matched. Which is because there's like not enough room in the factory for all the parts. That was the reason they do.
I mean,
I don't quite understand that, but
I don't either, but
hey, I kind of like the color match. I think it works, especially a car blacked out like this. Otherwise, yeah, this is the Touring XT. So we got more power, new bigger battery, better range, lots of things improving the efficiency. Definitely check out the out of spec reviews video, which will be coming soon on all the pieces of this that are improved with driving dynamics and all the things I can't talk about yet. But looks wise, charging wise, which we're doing now, and it charges better, by the way. We plugged in at 55%. We couldn't get it any more dead because it was a long day of, well, not that much distance driving. But the interior, nice new color, blue leather with black contrast, looks nice. New improved 14-inch screen, 2 wireless phone chargers, which I'd always want to give Jalopnik crap. I like Jalopnik, but they said that they were 15 kilowatt wireless phone chargers. Actually 15 watts, but that's actually not necessarily true. As far as I know, iPhones can only use 7.5 watts unless they're being charged by MagSafe or Qi 2. So Subaru could have done the extra mile and gone Qi 2 with a wireless charger. That would have been cool. Glass roof, this is a top line trim, so you get things like ventilated seats, the radiant leg warmer underneath here, and also underneath the driver column, which does work effectively. I tested it even in the blistering heat in which we are. Yeah, now we should look at the software. There's a few problems. So no longer does Subaru have a kind of tiny sad screen at the base model and then a little bigger screen in the premium models. This is all models get this new 14-inch screen. It's basically Toyota software, and that's what we're getting into now. I don't know who to blame, Toyota or Subaru. For the consumer, it doesn't matter. It's all a problem. They don't have route planning, so let's end this navigation. Let's search for something. Not the most responsive interface. Really annoying sounds. I'm sure you can turn those off. If we want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, that is 600 miles away, and it tells you the instructions. Turn-by-turn instructions.
10 hours and 24 minutes.
740 miles.
You don't need any to charge at all.
Yeah, right? Silverado, I guess, could do it with one charge if they're doing 25 miles an hour.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, no state of charge on destination, and also no chargers whatsoever, which is really pretty crazy that this car is launching in its second generation with no route planning. That boggles my mind. And again, I don't know who to blame, and they did say it will come. So at least they acknowledge it's necessary. They're not saying, oh, our customers don't need it.
Right.
Your customers absolutely need it, especially for this being a gateway vehicle to people who, you know, this might be their first EV. Yeah. Subaru has a lot of brand loyalty, a lot of really enthusiastic Subaru owners out there, which is awesome. I know many of them. And they love their cars. I like their cars too. I think Subaru makes great cars. I like them as a company, cool ethos and stuff, but being married to Toyota in this case, I'm wondering if Toyota is what is dragging their feet. You know, Toyota's got 10 feet in the hybrid game. They haven't really jumped into EV. I feel like Subaru's been tied to that unfortunate reality. And so no route planning and not even state of charge on destination. So they said route planning would be coming sometime in this first model year. This does get over-the-air updates, which is great. So we'll stay tuned for that. As soon as it comes out, we'll definitely be testing it. I'm excited to test it out because I always am curious how everyone's implementation of this type of thing is. Route planning aside, I hope that also includes state of charge on destination. For example, trying to get this car back to Subaru by going, it's just really a little glitchy. Oh, nope, not that. Pop. Oh my gosh. Less. There we go. Route us there. So yeah, normally a car would say, oh, you'll arrive with 70%. Nothing on here. So that's not entirely, actually, it's really bad.
That's really bad. You cannot make a nice caveat about that.
Granted, you know, with the new range, improved range of almost 300 miles, not quite, like high 200s, a lot of people go to home, charge at home. You have lots of driving range for more than anyone's daily driving. Well, for a lot of people, it won't be a big deal.
But this is meant to go off-road.
Right. If you're going to the middle of nowhere, you have no idea what you'll arrive with. This doesn't know how to factor in elevation. We drove up in the mountains before, back down, had no idea. So that's a challenge. Doesn't feel very adventure minded. I wanted to see. So if you just want to see chargers, that is a thing.
It was in like
maybe search destinations. Scroll down, find charging. Then it'll tell you chargers in no particular order. So right now it's showing a DC fast charger, but that's because we're right next to one. And it's actually not even...
It doesn't say that it's a DC fast charger.
No, it doesn't. So here's level 2 charger. It doesn't say that's level 2. These blinks, I think, are level 2 chargers. This one's DC fast charging. Doesn't say anything. It actually doesn't show the closest one, which is the one we're literally at right now, even though it has access. So that's kind of funny. This is all, yeah. So really rough. You know, the EV type of things are really not baked into it whatsoever. Even the Nissan Aria will actually try to route you to a charger. Now, it might route you to a level 2 charger, but like...
But it's a charger.
But it's a charger. So that's a little rough around the edges. Another thing this is missing, dog mode. So Subaru is very proud of their dog enthusiasm. I appreciate that. They have dogs at all the car shows that they attend. Like it's super fun. Like, and they're really involved with their owners. Dog forward. No dog mode.
Not even an option to keep climate on.
Exactly. No camp mode. For a car that you would likely love to take camp. This car would fit us. Like,
yeah.
You could easily lay down back there.
I could be there with a dog.
With your dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no dog mode, no human mode. No. I hope that also comes. They're, I guess, debating, which to me means Toyota's dragging their feet, I think, because they're a huge legacy OEM. I have no idea what the truth is. But my theory is Toyota is just a huge company that takes forever to make decisions, and Subaru is unfortunately strapped to that. I'm curious what you guys think in the comments, if any of this sounds plausible, if anyone's worked in joint ventures like this, where like you're kind of, it could go either way. You're either, you know, tying yourself to something who is like a fast-moving, amazing company that can develop a great product, and you're stuck with it in a good way, or the opposite's true, where you're limited to the lowest common denominator of speed and capability and getting all these things out to customers. So would love to see that. Unfortunately, this also has come on,
oh my goodness,
Apple Music.
That's not unfortunate. We were excited about
Sorry,
that.
yeah, I was excited to see this, but Apple Music requires opening the Subaru app. Normally in like a Rivian or Tesla or Lucid, this would take you to the Apple Music sign and then boom, the car has it. With this, you have to go in through your Subaru app, which we don't have access to, so we weren't able to test Apple Music, unfortunately. Otherwise, it's okay. It's a fine screen. I think it looks nice. I think Toyota, Lexus did a really nice job with this. Subaru's just really using their screen. I have no issue with that. Why fix if it ain't broke? Use something already developed. Totally cool. Steering wheel, like using it, like holding it. Don't love looking at it, but that's fine. We'll talk more about that in the actual video where we drive. The materials, the dash is much improved. You got ambient lighting. You can change all sorts of colors. I think the looks are good. The seat comfort, right? What do you think? You are here.
I'm comfy. I do like it.
I'm comfy.
I'm comfy. My hip doesn't hurt, and that is the Scot scale of comfort approval.
Right. And your Owala fits in the...
It sure does.
Cup holder.
And so does my oxygen.
Yeah, which is huge. So, yeah, a lot of things done right. Great interior space. Rear passengers have lots of legroom. Panoramic sunroof, which has a motorized shade.
It's nice. I was surprised that I enjoyed the interior. High
power USB ports. You can plug your computer in, your switch in. Yeah, a lot of nice things. Even headlight washers, which is super cool. But then no rear wiper.
No rear wiper.
So that's the theme of what you guys can make. We're teasing the big video.
I know.
Of every time we find something great, we find something slightly negative. So it's like kind of a mixed bag.
Like,
but
very, 50-50.
I think it's fun. It's cool to see what Subaru's doing. I think you would be fine taking this as a rental car and stuff like.
Oh, I'd rip around this thing. It's cute.
Yeah, and
it's good daily.
decent ground clearance, so we can't wait to show you guys how it did off-road. And I'm excited to try out the Subaru Uncharted, the Subaru Trail Seeker. Like, I'm excited to try out Subarus. Being in Colorado, this is the national state car. There's a lot of Subarus here.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can test out more soon. Really excited to try out the other ones. And this is, the first coming out of 2026 model year where we can test it.
Yep.
That makes 3 vehicles co-developed with Subaru and Toyota on this platform, ET&J platform or e-Subaru platform, depending on which company. There's a 4th car coming.
Yes, there is.
No idea what it is. So, what would you like it to be?
Something bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah, like Forester size.
Well, it'll be.
Is this Forester?
Well,
No,
this is close to Forester.
I want something like more off the ground.
Trails. Trail Seeker's kind of like Outback, but no 3rd row, and so they could go bigger and go 3rd row capable.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm unsure, but
let us know what you guys think. She wants something huge. I want like BRZ.
yeah, you want something little.
So
we couldn't be more opposite.
it'll be between those 2 sizes, confirmed. And yeah, stay tuned for our full review of the Subaru Solterra, all new 2026, including driving, off-roading, drone shots, all the good stuff.
All the things.
Until then, we're charging at Tesla. Cool. Peace.